Welcome to Nalla Narasimha Reddy Education Society's group of institutions, integrated campus, structural engineering, reinforced cement concrete. I'm Dr. A. Mahesh Babu, Professor, Department of Civil Engineering. Last videos, I explained about position of the columns. Here, once again, I will explain as a structural or civil engineer. After getting of architectural plans, first of all, you have to plan in architecture plan, first columns. Okay. Your convenient, what is the convenient? And generally will provide at the edge of the your building, all columns, and near the wall and end of the rooms like this. Okay. And see, major, suppose this is longer span, your column direction should be like this, right? See, I will explain in detail. You will understand in better way. See, suppose this is longer span, your column will be like this. Okay, in this direction, because the movement on the beam will be more and that will act on the your column. That's why in this direction we will take. Okay, suppose in this one there is a one beam, this is a continuous beam, so you can provide like this also. This one you can provide here, see, longer direction, or if, because if you provide like this, what will happen, it will come into your room. So if you have some interiors, you can plan like also as this two sides you have beams, so that it is easy to await bending moment on the column. So this is the position of the columns, and in between maximum will provide in the walls, and no column should come in the middle of your rooms, halls, anywhere. Okay, and if as possible as you provide near to the columns. Suppose you can take these two columns only, you can avoid these two columns. But what will happen? The load and movement will be more in the edge columns, and region is very lengthy one. Okay, you have to design this biaxial bending movement, and you have to have more steel, and you need skilled labor. So as possible as you plan here. This next one is positioning of the beams. Next in the planning, structural planning. First we studied foundations, then means columns. According to columns, your foundation will be there. We studied columns. Then what is the next element? Beams. Beams plan. How we are going to give beam? See, like this. This is one of the example. This will, you will get as already said, institutional experience and study. See, these columns provided. Suppose if you see this column, how they provided. Okay, see, in generally in apartments, what will happen? We have like this projected for elevation purpose, projected cantilever beams are there for elevation purpose, architectural view. So this is column. These columns are in the only in walls. This is 230 mm, this is 230 mm wall. So you will not see the column projection, and this beam also on the your wall. This is your long wall from here to here. So you will provide beam like this. Okay, not like anywhere like this as you like. So here is one wall. So here you will provide beam. This here from here to here, continuous beam. Like that. Similarly, here a wall is there, so you will provide one beam is here. Suppose there is no here no wall, don't provide here wall. You can cut this one. If wall is there, you can provide wall here. See, wherever wall is there, will provide here beams like this, like this. Okay, so here there is no wall. See, if you see here, here, if you don't have any wall, so up to this point only we have beam, not continuous. So this position of the beams is very important in the structural drawing planning. So avoid these beams in the middle. Of course, nowadays, if you are going for ceiling, it may not be a problem, but try to avoid beams in between in the hall. Suppose this is a bedroom. If you see a beam like this, it's not good appearance. Okay, so we'll avoid this beam, right? Directly we'll have where wall is there, we'll provide beams like this, right? So beams are provided under walls or below heavy concentrated loads to avoid these loads directly comes on the slabs. So from slabs to beams, beams to column. So this is the, in this way we have to plan. Avoid larger spacing from deflection and cracking criteria. So this is the very structural planning is very important. Why? See, if you provide larger spacing of beams, what will happen? Suppose I will clear this triangle. I will show you only if you have two beams like this. See, this is one beam. Okay, this is one beam, right? Suppose if you avoid this one, what will happen? See, deflection criteria will be more, thickness will be more, cracking may be occur. So the deflection is directly and varies with the span and universally with beam of depth, that is span by depth ratio, that is given in IS 456. That is I will explain in coming topics. So that's why we'll provide beams like this. Okay, so that the distance, the span between two beams will be less and we can avoid deflection. Increase in span results greater deflection. So this is way positioning of the beams are very important in structural drawing. First one is column position drawing. Second one is positioning of beams. Right. Next one, spanning of slabs. See, we have we have unit this unit separately, spanning of your slab. One-way slab, two-way slab. This is very important point for all competitive examination and even major project Viva. See, before going to topic, you should know what is one-way slab, what is two-way slab. Here, Ly is larger long distance and this is shorter distance. X-axis say here this slab. See, if Ly by Lx greater than 2, it is one-way slab. So the slab, just you observed in previous structural plan, there are one-way slabs. So you remember when Ly by Lx greater than 2, it is one-way slab. Okay, if it is less than 2, two-way slab. So this we have to arrange the supports in this way. So this is very important, one-way, two-way slab, because in one-way slab what will happen? Your load will be distributed only these two beams, from beams to head columns. You have to provide main reinforcement like this and distribution reinforcement like this. So here, this is the example for one-way slab. What is one-way slab? If Ly by Lx greater than 2, that is one-way slab. Similarly, we'll see what is two-way slab. This is a rectangular slab you observed in previous structural drawing. See, this is say 12 slab. This may be one-way slab. If you don't have this wall, this say this may one way. This is one way, and this is like this. According to your length and width of the slab, will decide one-way slab or two-way slab. So what is two-way slab? If Ly by Lx less than or equal to 2, this is two-way slab. Here we will provide both side reinforcement because your load distributed on 4 beams. This is generally economical compared to one-way slab because steel along both spans act as a main steel and transfer the load to all its 4 supports. 4 beams distributed your loads to columns. So this is rectangular slab. See, first we studied foundation, how to design, what is sile, that is we studied, and planning of columns, position of the columns, orientation of the columns, and position of the beams. Next, slabs. Next we have concept of RCC design. See, these are very important topics, and in structural planning, what we discussed, first one is sile. You have to study sile from properties. Next one is column position. Third one is beams position. Fourth one is slabs. And this concept of RCC design, I will explain in next video. Thank you all.